Why are you on the road? Attention! Subscribe to my YouTube channel? No. Hello, I'm Quaser, and you should subscribe. My main goal in life is to become internet famous, through any means necessary, except for OnlyFans. I haven't done a face reveal yet, it simply wouldn't work. Believe me, I've considered it. And a big part of growth on the internet is collaboration, which involves getting to know someone. Kind of a lot of trouble for me, as we've established. So I've turned to frame-by-frame animation, often taking an entire month of relentless work to complete a 1 to 3 minute video in the hopes of a very small chance someone famous will see me and say something as little as, "Huh, cool, sub to the... what's this guy's name? Laserbeam?" You know, because it's better than talking to people. And surprisingly, this has worked out for me like twice, kind of 3 times. I'm so hungry. And they were the best 2 days / kind of 3 days of my life. And now, I shall recount these stories, along with others, of my journey to becoming internet famous. It all started with a man I like to call Thinknoodles, because that's his name. Thinknoodles, for a bit of context, is a YouTuber for children. Like, small children. I'm not talking Dante DM's audience, mostly because I still watch him and think he's great. I'm talking kids that still use this thing as an iPad case. Anyways, when I was 13, I decided I would leave a comment on one of his videos in hopes that it would be featured in his next Q&A. Do you want to know what I commented? Do you want to know what I was hoping this 35-year-old man would read and answer in front of his large audience of babies? No, I don't care. MrBeast was in the thumbnail. Hey, shut up! Here it is.
Laser Stream asks, what's your opinion on the recent news about dancing fish coming into people's houses at night, stealing their rocks? I didn't hear anything about this. I read the news every day. Oh no, my rocks. Guys, I gotta go. My rocks are all over the place, and the dancing fish, they could be here tonight. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of
Suffice it to say, this man lost all of his rocks, and now he's going to have to get new ones. All because he laughed at this little 13-year-old's innocent and concerned warning. The worst part about this was I was 13. I can't believe it, I'm genuinely embarrassed. Someone please tell me they watched Thinknoodles at 13 as well. If you admit it, we'd be homies for life. Like a blood pact, but without the blood, just a pact. But not a pack of wolves! It's just that I was in year 8, man. People in year 8 are supposed to be vaping their apple-flavored vapors in the bathrooms and drawing big genitals on the walls, and I was watching Thinknoodles. My friend whose internet persona is Shadow FX right now, I don't know, he changes it like every week, tells me that I'm about as mature as his 9-year-old little brother. And I'm starting to believe him. My entire group of friends also got this as a birthday card. I'm 17 now. Like, come on, guys. So I think I'm just slow at growing up. Which is why my comment was so bad, and was also why I still played Minecraft when Minecraft wasn't cool. Which now I like to say was because I was ahead of the times, but really it was because I needed something to play for my channel with under 100 subscribers. Which is sad, because that actually makes me negative levels of cool. Damn. But it was totally worth my time, because I had 3 interactions with famous people, and I get to make a video about it now. Like 5 years later. It was worth, my lunch money. These people were Pictured Spitzel and Technoblade. You probably don't care about the first 2, so I just won't talk about them. I have been a long-time Technoblade supporter. I was before the Dream SMP. I was before the Potato Wars. I was before the 1000 Bed Wars win streak. I was even before the Hypixel Olympics. And I really hope you know a little bit about Minecraft, because everything I just said probably makes no sense otherwise. But with this context comes the day of reckoning. 20th of December, 2017. So I'm just playing some Minecraft Skywars on Hypixel, a server which is known among the Minecraft hood as the playground for the Blade. This game mode is Technoblade's domain, who is known to crumble even the most valiant of men or women down from the inside at the very sight of those deep, beady eyes. But I'm Australian, so like, I've never really had to worry about this, being on the other side of the planet, sleeping during Technoblade's regular stabbing period, so I don't know why today would be any different. Oh. You know how Technoblade never dies? Well, I can confirm that's a bunch of bullshit. I can't swear, my mom watches these videos. And speaking of videos, I was almost in his, which without a doubt would have propelled my YouTube channel to the heights of his, if not higher. Just like the acclaimed Waytot, Shoya0925, and Skeppy. But it just so happens he falls off the island just before I can get into his video. You can kind of see me right there, but it's just my name tag, so it's not the same. Sure, he plays the spectacular failure off as a joke, saying he hadn't played the game in a long time, but there's some part of me who knows the real reason he jumped off was because he was afraid of my skills. He was afraid of what I could do to him. He was afraid of me. So I complained about it for 3 minutes and 35 seconds, made a very original diss track on the man because I got the unreachable like goal of 20 likes and I'll do a Technoblade diss track. And then I had to explain to people I don't really hate Technoblade and the whole thing was more for internet fame, which didn't even happen. A royal waste of time. I still get hate comments for it to this day. Here, look. It was becoming clear that commenting on random YouTubers' videos and hoping to get into more games with Technoblade just wasn't gonna cut it. If I wanted to get revenge on Technoblade and overtake him in subscribers, which was getting more and more unlikely by the day, I had to turn to animation. One of the first being on MrBeast, which meant it looked kinda trash, but I didn't know that at the time. I felt pretty confident that if Da Vinci was alive, he would marvel at my accomplishment. But of course he isn't, so he didn't tell me that, dude, this needs work. Are you related to DiCaprio? No. Anyways, MrBeast, being the social media master he is, promoted his latest video on Twitter. This one. It was alright. No, it was amazing, I'm kidding. And I, being the social media master I am, promoted my own video in the replies, incredibly shamelessly, I might add, hoping that at least some of his audience would see it. Worst comes to worst, one of his fans tells me to stop self-advertising. Stop. And best comes to best, MrBeast sees it and is so impressed he runs over to his computer, smashed together a video telling people to subscribe to me. And also he gives me $100,000. But guys, I don't know how to say this, but I got like at least somewhere in the middle of that spectrum, which was still pretty good. MrBeast, he saw my video and he replied to my comment saying, yo, this is dope. Thanks so much for sharing this. Love heart eyes and love heart emoji. Dude, MrBeast loves me and he thinks I'm a dope. Whoa! I got a shout out from MrBeast. Kind of. Not in a YouTube video, not even in a tweet, but in the replies to a reply of a tweet. But it's MrBeast. I was still pretty happy with my subscribers that day. I was ready to follow MrBeast into war then and there. Jimmy, I can call you Jimmy, right? If you ever need a human sacrifice for a video, hit me up. I've put my address on video before. Here it is again. This being the biggest W of my career, I was satisfied to call it a life. I got noticed by MrBeast. What more could life have to offer? Am I right, fellow millennials? But more was to come. As this ain't your average YouTube video, this thing is structured based off the works of the critically acclaimed screenwriter George Walton Lucas Jr. in the form of a hero's journey. Call to adventure, challenges and temptation and revelation. That's all the steps in the hero's journey. I looked at it. It's true. My call to adventure was when I realized from the comfort of my own room that Jesus Christ, Jacksepticeye Siren Head Adventures animated glyph. Yeah, apparently that's called a glyph. Jacksepticeye Siren Head animation is doing really well! And it was at this moment I realized this wasn't the first time I would be crossing paths with Jacksepticeye. As a few months later, a game by the name of Phasmophobia, don't know if you've heard of it, it got ghosts, had been blowing up the charts with creators such as Jacksepticeye riding this trend. A tempting offer to be sure. I watch his videos and I strike gold.
Straight up log.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. And I start my epic quest, full of tedious frame-by-frame animation. Some turning out pretty good, others I just couldn't be bothered with. And I included this image of Septiplier, big mistake. I post the video onto YouTube, and it hits the ground running. I ask myself, could it be? Is this video, this animation I consider to be my firstborn child, even considerably close to be treatment for sadness? In other words, is this video possibly the only cure for sadness? Realizing I had to try, I uploaded to Reddit, more specifically the r/Jacksepticeye subreddit, and well, nothing happened. Turns out if you post a link to a video, it doesn't do nearly as well. See, the trick is to upload it to Reddit directly. It picks up a lot more traction that way, probably because Reddit doesn't want you visiting external websites. God, I hate capitalism. So I try again, and he sees it. And this is the part of the hero's journey where I go through an extraordinary transformation, because, like, my heart, it started beating like a lot, and I started sweating, and I kind of couldn't breathe properly. I wasn't sure what was going on, but it was definitely something extraordinary. The best thing about this happening was that Jacksepticeye's reaction was recorded live, and being someone who only gets his mom to watch his videos for the first time with no prior input on the creative side. No, Mom, you don't get it. The scream is funny because they use proximity chat, and it sounded far away. God, you're such a nerd. Ugh! Seeing Jack, someone who understands all the references and was laughing at the right times, was so satisfying and relieving, actually. Huh. I guess the 886 people in the comments telling me this was funny weren't lying to me. Huh. So that was pretty cool. Super happy to see it. Oh my god, it happened again! I guess I didn't realize how easy it was to get on the meme time. Jack basically out here handing out 10,000 plus subscribers to anyone who spends several months on a 3-minute animation. Life is easy. So now I'm sitting at 40k subscribers, and that's pretty gosh darn internet famous if you ask me. Not to say I've reached my peak. I, above all else, want to overtake Technoblade in subscribers as revenge for temporarily sabotaging my career. So, please subscribe. Also, just wanted to add, I respect all these YouTubers immensely for having these interactions with their fans at all. They've all been incredibly motivating personally, and I wouldn't have been here without them. Even you think, Noodles. Also, I've got more stories if these ones were interesting to you guys at all. I've got ones with Bitsul, Loserfruit, Pigtoots, Technovision, and Laserbeam. Ooh, wow, big names. Slightly smaller stories. So if you want a sequel, definitely like that like button. I'm gonna be working on another YouTuber animation after this video is uploaded as well, so that's pretty awesome. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that, so goodbye! Yeah!